So here we are and the system is broke. American dream has gone up in smoke. So stop sitting there all broken hearted. Let's get this motherfucking party started. Lady Liberty is ringing a bell, and we're driving us straight into hell. But don't worry, we got what you need. Crank up the volume till your eardrums bleed. Gonna make America again.
Dude, it's so fucking cool. I wish you'd done it
cozy,
earlier
dude.
because I'm going to the beach next week. And I could have used that shit.
I wanted to do a few things. I wanted to bring this up and like a little.
You don't
bit
want it on the
and-
nip
and
line.
No, I kind of do want it on the nip. It's on the nip line right now. My nips
Yeah,
right here.
you want it above the nip line. You want it like in the breast area.
On the pectoral, like
That's
on the
right.
breast.
Yeah.
You want the nipple to be on the highest topography part, though.
Do you? Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
personally don't want to cause more. I don't want to like pull more attention to my nips because my nips are chronically hard, dude. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. These motherfuckers could cut diamonds 24 hours a day. I don't know.
Yeah, some people would kill for nips like that, dude.
I've never thought about it like that. So I appreciate you putting that into perspective.
You ever seen people with the innies?
Yes.
Apparently, there's like a disorder.
Any
too.
nipples, yeah, that's pretty wild.
Don't call it a disorder. It's just
call
any
it a
nips.
Okay, no.
just the way
I'm not
things
saying
it's just
innies
the
are a
way things
disorder.
are.
There is a disorder that causes like aggressively inward, like innie nips that like hurt. Like when they like in situations where your nipples would get hard, these people experience discomfort because their shit is like all fucked up. And
Getting
it's
hard
like,
inside.
yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure that's literally how it works, but it kind of sounds that way.
Can you imagine if like your own nipples could kill you because they would impale you? From
Oh, like if you get too aroused and they get like hard
Yeah.
and they just cut
Inward.
through your right into your
Yeah.
fucking heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you're like,
into your
don't get me
lungs,
too
'cause your heart's
excited.
aren't
I'll fucking
behind
kill
your nipples.
myself.
yeah.
Not on purpose. I'll just die.
Oh, I'll just die. What if pain was also your kink?
That's a very fine line to walk.
That's pretty common.
You'd be fucked. You'd be fucked. Anyway, welcome everyone to the A Better Way to a podcast. Sorry, it's been so long. I feel like I almost forgot how to do this. Today we're here with Jose Diaz III, and I just learned how to say his Instagram name. It's
help me out.
gastronomichedonist.
Oh, you had it.
Fuck. No, I did not.
I keep saying like
Gastronomic
gastronomichedonist.
hedonist. That's what I hear a lot. 2 words. I should have put a space in there. It's gastronomic hedonist.
Gastronomic hedonist.
That makes
So
a
I
lot
would
more
always-
sense than the way I was parsing
yeah.
it.
I would always pronounce it as I would say gastronomo, and then I would go,
Gastronomo Micheloninos.
Gastronomo missionist.
gastronomo Michelin man.
Yeah, I probably could have chosen a little easier to pronounce.
But it worked.
handle.
Don't say
do
that
it now.
because
Don't change it
that's
now.
part of the fun.
I mean, it fits
That's
me.
part of the
Yes.
mystery.
It fits me. That's what it is.
Yeah, when people can't understand immediately how to say it, then they stare at it and they it's like it becomes part of their day.
True.
Or they hate it. When
you get
people
that?
don't
Do
understand
people
things, they
find that to be
there's
more-
a very direct misunderstanding to hatred pipeline in the U.S.
I want to say I've never felt that way, but I'm sure that's not true.
Well, you probably don't think you misunderstand things that you hate. You probably think that you know.
That's
you
probably
understand them perfectly.
see, yeah, that's probably my situation with like anime and like people who watch anime. Maybe I just fundamentally don't understand. I've been exposed to too much of it without fully understanding it, and now I'm like, fuck this, get this out of my life.
Oh man. Well, Jose, you're an avid competitive shooter, constantly seeing videos you put online, on the interwebs. If you cats at home
Webs,
have the internet,
both of them,
then you should definitely check them out. But fucking nuts, dude. Like your videos are insane. Like in the best way possible. They make me feel good too. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if it's because you move so quickly and because you're kind of like you're not a big dude, and like, but like in a good way. I don't know. You know what it is? Like, there's just something like, man, this dude's fucking killing. You know, like it's like an underdog story, but
It's
you're
like
not
an
a fucking
underdog winning kind of
No,
vibe.
no,
Oh,
no,
exactly.
no.
No,
You're a
no, no,
fucking
no. I
unit.
think what it is the fucking style.
Y'all just call me Rudy from here on
The
out.
fucking guns are so like specific and unique.
Oh, Rudy,
Like-
I was thinking radio.
No, Rudy, fucking Notre Dame.
Different R football guy. That's funny. It's like, I'm not gonna call you radio, man. That's come on.
No, but your gun collection is wild, dude. Like, yeah, and you're out there competing with like what might in another collection be like a safe queen or just for Instagram, just for photos.
Totally. I've always liked going slightly against the grain, you know, being myself, and I like messing up guns. It pisses off people in the
dude,
gun
I
world
love it.
a lot.
The heresy is so good.
And I think that's part of the attraction. Like, I like to use guns, or I don't know. I mean, the AK is a good example. You know, it's a harder platform to use, but then you go crush somebody that, you know, tries
That's
really
very
hard
Jack
and
White.
blah, blah, with their AR.
Yeah. Because he'll talk about like,
Okay, yeah.
he'll talk about like, you know, okay, so he's got his set perfectly rehearsed and he knows how many steps it takes him to get from his a piano to his microphone. So on the day that he's performing, he'll have his crew set his microphone just a little farther away. So he doesn't know exactly how far, but he knows he's got to hustle.
Fuck with them.
Yeah. So he's like out of breath when he gets there. And it's just like a little
Interesting.
bit of a struggle. He's like, because it's not hard enough for me. It's not hard enough. You know, I'm like, I got money and I got resources. It's not hard enough. So I got to make my struggle, you know?
Bro, how do I do the opposite of that? How do I
yeah,
make
right.
this
Definitely wasn't
way
my
easier?
intention.
Everything's a struggle.
But yeah, so you're like an artiste. You're like the Jack White of guns,
Yeah.
of competing.
Oh yeah, I definitely want there to be some layers of comedy to my posts too.
Yeah.
Like the song will have some intention. There will be a hashtag, you know, with poop or
Yeah.
or something even deeper.
Yeah.
You know. But I definitely want there to be enjoyment felt with the concept that I'm shooting guns.
Yeah.
And they're dangerous. You know,
Yeah.
there needs to be some fun there.
We talk about that pretty often in the sense that there are tons of people out there. We brought this up, I don't know, a few episodes ago when we were talking about print, shoot, repeat, PSR for the folks online, and how he is like loved or hated in the gun community because of how he treats firearms.
Yeah.
We personally
Yeah.
love it because I think it's constantly painting guns as a danger and as a thing to be serious about. The people, nobody's getting firearms. I'll say nobody, but there's always one. Most people who buy a firearm do so with the knowledge that it is dangerous and that you have to be responsible.
Yeah.
We know that there are obviously outliers, but when you constantly have this rhetoric that having fun and showing that you have fun shooting, everybody talks about it, but nobody wants to show it. Nobody wants to like post videos of them having like being a silly guy with their guns. When you constantly have that rhetoric that like you have to be serious, you have to be tactical, you have to be, you know, got to be tier 1 operator ready on the gram. It really pushes a lot of people away when you show people like this is a fun fucking sport. This is a fun thing to do with friends. Like I want to do that for my birthday. I want to go just into the woods and shoot with friends because that's to me like a good time. You're going to get way more people into the gun community. And maybe, you know, conspiracy theory, I think there are a lot of people, I know there are a lot of people in the gun community who don't want to expand the gun community to other people, to casuals.
Yeah.
But that's not the way we preserve our rights, and that's not the way we get people to empathize with our strife, you know?
Yeah, that's one of the big reasons why I was into your whole deal. You know, it's like you're open to people having guns. That's what should be happening. Everyone.
Just the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
And
very...
you know, you can be reverent about.
All right, I'll go fuck
like,
myself, Andrew.
No, sorry.
You don't have a mute button where you're just like,
Shut the fuck up, Andrew.
I could mute him, but I
I'm
don't want to.
talking now.
That's not nice.
I was just gonna say you can be
would never
reverent about
mute
it
Andrew.
and have fun.
right.
That's all.
You'd what?
You can be reverent about it and have fun.
Yes,
that would have been the
exactly.
perfect time to mute.
I was
Like
looking
you
for
what?
the
And
fucking
then
mute
just
button.
mute. You what? Huh? Say that again.
I don't.
That
I
would've
was
been
looking
so
for it.
fucking
I'm
funny.
furiously clicking your microphone
That
and
would've been
nothing's
great.
happening. Oh man. Apparently I can like change the microphone that you're using, but I don't know
Don't do
why.
that.
I would know. Why do you have so many cameras? Oh, You have a Logitech Brio, a Minicam virtual microphone. Well, I use a virtual microphone. What's that?
Virtual webcam.
Oh, it says virtual microphone, but whatever. Anyway, we're getting off topic. I can't mute you. You're free to cause havoc however you wish. But yeah, no, that's why I love your page, man. And honestly, like, man, if you're listening to this, you got to go follow Jose, because I don't know, I've been following you for years now, and I'm blown away that your page has not blown up.
Dude, people say that all the time.
I don't fucking get it, because your shit is so entertaining. It's so entertaining. And
I feel like you're on the cusp.
I've never seen a dude run ranges in cowboy boots.
Yeah, a lot of people, just like you said, it's either loved or hated, and I think the majority of the people or the gun populace are like into someone that looks like Grantham.
Yeah,
I don't really look like Grantham.
You know, you hate to be like, I'm not popular because of racism, but like, you know, sometimes it do be like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Jose's like white-ish though, so like that can't really be the reason.
Dude, I grew up so white, but yeah, I have Asian and Puerto Rican blood in me. No Mexican. It's very common.
I wasn't insinuating that you were Mexican.
Perceived as Mexican.
Yeah.
You are. I heard it. I felt it in your tone.
People just assume that you're
That's so funny. The regionality of being
They do, because I'm in Texas.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're Hispanic in Texas. It's like, obviously he's Mexican, like, you know, but then you go to Miami and you're like,
that's
they're all
what
Cubans.
I was getting at.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, I definitely, dude, I don't know. I just think the algorithm works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, for
And for some reason, I don't know. I have no fucking idea. We got to go find Zuckerberg, pull him out of his fucking mansion, smoke some meat with him and talk to him about why
I don't do the behind the camera with my face. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm not pushing that.
Ring
shit,
that bell,
I'm
brother.
not monetarily invested. Yeah, I'm not monetarily invested in it. The coolest thing that I've done is like create cool relationships with people and with companies who have given me products and that kind of stuff. But like, I'm not getting money off of this. I'm getting enjoyment out of it.
What kind of companies do you work with?
Davernov.
Yes.
First and foremost,
They
this is
make
one of the
the,
dudes
like-
that's been there for a long time.
They make like the Gucci AK gear, right?
Yeah,
Super cool
and
stuff.
they're one and only sponsored shooter currently. They're cool dudes. They're really cool guys. I like what they do, and I'm just happy to be a part of something because I posted videos of me shooting guns.
Yeah.
You know, that's a wild concept in and of itself.
Yeah. No, seriously. And I think like you've got, dude, I can literally you've got the denim bandolier or the chest rig. You've got, I mean, you got to rock
Denim
a
chest
bunch of
rig.
their stuff. That's the only one I see right now, actually. So, yeah, I'll backtrack on that a little bit, but no, I know you do. 'cause
I'm
I've seen videos.
wearing their hats almost every single day,
Yes.
and I have
You
I
sent
got
me a
their
hat.
stuff in.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
I think you did. It was you, right? Yes. You sent me a hat
I'm pretty sure.
and a stock like wrap, right?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Like a leather stock pad kind of thing. Yeah, do you know, I put that on my AR, went to the range. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get my fucking upper,
Side picture.
like my
Oh,
upper taken
on.
off. And it was, no, what the fuck did I have a problem with? Oh, I had a failure to eject and I went to go rack the slide back and I couldn't rack the charging handle because the pad was there and like an AK doesn't have that problem. And I was like, oh, I feel like an idiot now because I clearly haven't run my gear.
It's tough.
The RO was looking at me like, man, this guy is a fucking guy.
What a
What a fucking guy this guy
namby-pamby.
is.
It was during a match.
No. It was just at
Was
the
it in the-
range.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
it wasn't a failure to eject. It wasn't a failure to eject. But we were in the middle of trying to figure out what it was. And or I had like a triple feed or some, because failure to eject. But anyway. Before I incriminate myself with how little I actually know about firearms any further, how'd you get started in this, man?
Into the competition shooting.
Yeah, because it just seems like you're just good at it. It just seemed like that was like how you came into the space.
No, it definitely wasn't just good at it. I have some pretty shitty videos posted on. It was around
your definition of shitty
2019.
is way different because you have that video of you learning how to like
Sure.
speed reload shotguns, and you're pretty fucking fast.
I think I got a little bit of that Tism, and I can just physically perform well.
Yeah.
Someone told me the other day that like they were talking to me about there's a biker buddy of mine. He was like, "You're one of those guys that are just good at everything you do, huh?" And I was like, "Well, I guess, but I mean, like I find a thing that I like and then I don't stop doing it until I'm good at it. Like I don't think I'm special or whatever like that. Like I obsess over things. I go crazy over
definitely
them.
touched by the tism, like a lot of us, I think.
Definitely touched by the tism. But it was 2019. I was shooting with my buddy Justin, Squirrel Master on Instagram, and he and his father would take us out to like the local gun range. And I just wanted to do more than just stand and shoot at a piece of paper. I was getting bored. But it took me damn near a year to work up the courage to go to a match. And I brought my girlfriend at the time, my buddy, his girlfriend, and like a whole little slew of people to this one AK match up in Kempner, Texas, Texas Kalashnikov.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of weirdos LARPing, shooting AKs, highly uncompetitive. It's a social gathering. People are like, they get to see their AK buddies again. It's once a month kind of thing. And I was immediately in love with like the vibe that it was, because people were having fun and shooting guns and doing more than just standing still and shooting at a paper target. So I was hooked instantly. And like the next month, I created this asshole character called Sweet Dick Diaz.
Sweet Dick Diaz.
Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots and was super country and talked about fucking his sister. And I made a video like spitting in the mirror. Like I took it hardcore to just be the epitome of a Texas stereotype. And then I went and shot the matches like that and just acted a fool. And Clayco47, who's a big AK Instagram guy, was there, and he was like, "I like what you're doing. We're gonna be friends."
I also like
and
fucking my sister.
I just like, yeah, it's a good Southern thing from the South, Mister.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's basically where it started, and then I just wanted to be good at shooting guns. I watched the guys on Instagram and stuff and YouTube and mimicked what they did.
That's cool, man. What was your big hang up with because you said you were hesitant at first to get into competitive shooting. What do you think was your biggest hang up that prevented you from doing it sooner?
It was just the fear of taking that first step. It was the fear of unknown. It was the fear of doing badly, for sure. But yeah, it was basically just fear-based. Just I was afraid to do it, and I needed those people to come with me to like feel comfortable doing it.
Well, that was awesome that you had a group of people that were. Did they compete also, or were they just coming as like your hype squad?
Nah, they were just chilling. Oh, my buddy, he did shoot. I lent him one of my pistols, and he shot. I think I paid for him just so he would do it.
Hell yeah! It's nice to have some sort of community backing you with stuff like this, even if that group of people isn't. They're not, they don't have the same ambitions and goals that you do as far as firearms go. It was nice that you let your buddy shoot yours and compete, but, even if he wasn't going into it like, I'm going to do exactly what you're doing, I'm going to compete the way that you're competing. It's cool to have people to do that with. And, it sucks. Not a lot of people, not everybody has that, especially if you're, from some sort of marginalized population that doesn't, you don't have a ton of support around you. As far as guns, and I use that term even with now liberals with guns. I keep hearing from people that they can't tell anyone in their friend group that they're a gun owner because of the fear of ostracization.
Yeah, so that's big in Austin.
Yeah, I'm sure. We actually it's interesting you said that, because one of our newest followers is like a famous drag queen from Austin. I just saw them follow us on the page. I don't know what's been going on with the page, but it's been blowing up, and we've been getting a lot of really cool people following the page. So I'm happy with that.
Good for y'all.
But Austin. I've been to Austin. Austin's great, man. I had a lot of fun there, other than the fact that I felt like I was in a fucking oven the whole time.
Like a wet oven.
Oh,
like
it's on
a
a
wet
shader.
oven. It was
Yeah.
rough. Like Connecticut's got, people are like, oh, Connecticut's the north. Dude, Connecticut's got some rough days where we're in like the upper 90s and like mid 90s, and it's like 80% humidity, and you walk out and the air just feels hard to breathe. That's how Austin felt.
Yeah, it's pretty bad here. Houston's worse in terms of humidity, but it's fucking hot here for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It do be getting
No,
hot.
but to touch on what you were saying with like getting people to get into the sport and not having that background, that's one of the things that I'm so grateful for that I have now, because people will come to me, they'll ask me, questions and stuff online. How do I get into it? Blah, 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 blah. And 9 times out of 10, it's that fear of people not, or it's that fear of people not knowing what to expect and what to do. And they always want to go to the match, but not shoot. They want to watch it first. And I've seen that happen. And then by the end of the day, the person's like, fuck, man, I should have brought my gun.
Yeah, right.
I could have shot it. It would have been so much fun.
Yeah.
So I try my best to stop that occurrence from happening. To anyone that comes to me, I'm like, yo, shut up. Just go and shoot. Go and shoot. Don't just go there and watch. You will have fun. And that feels super rewarding. I love doing that.
Hell yeah, man. That's hell yeah, brother. That's sick. I would have to agree with that. As somebody who's not as much into competing as you are, there's definitely a different dynamic when you're not competing than when you are. If you're just sitting there to watch, it's fun, but you don't get the same kind of interaction as you do when you're actually shooting. You can go and hang out and stand, but it's almost like there's a like a social barrier there. It's like, because
you're not a part of us.
Yeah,
You're not
it
here.
makes sense though. I
You're
mean,
here,
it's like,
but you're not here.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like being it's like watching a baseball game and not being in the dugout. You're still there watching it as the same, like the people in the dugout are, but they're also
plus,
playing it. And
it's like you want to talk to the people competing, and what they want to talk about is the competition they're doing. And it's like, I don't know. It's just like y'all just aren't doing the same thing. And so there's not.
But imagine if that person had their gun and was capable of performing that day, then their day would be made.
Yeah.
That would be the beginning of their journey instead of the next time.
yeah, for sure, man. Where do you compete primarily? Because I see in a lot of your videos, it looks like a similar range, and you do a whole bunch of stuff from, it looks like just regular. Do you do IDPA or is it USPCA?
I used to. There's a circuit basically monthly of matches that I want to attend. They're basically all local. They're all within an hour away. I'll go to like Manor or Lampasas or Kempner, San Antonio, Temple, Burnett. They're all just about an hour. So it's perfect. And yeah, like the 3-gun match that I am most interested in shooting, that only happens on the 3rd Saturday, so I always go to that one.
Nice.
And then the TK match happens the following day. That's the AK only match. Then there's some USPSA matches. That one takes place on the same day as the 3-gun. So like I have to say, do I want to do 3-gun this time, or do I want to do USPSA this month, or did I catch USPSA in the first week? It's basically a monthly circuit of matches.
Nice. Where do you compete in San Antonio? Cedar Ridge or?
Yes, sir.
All right. I used to do IDPA up there before I interrupted my life with children.
Yeah, those fucking money sucking.
I love them. I love my kids. Just to be clear. I did it on purpose. I love my kids. Don't freak out.
We were just talking about this. I did it on purpose. Yeah, they weren't an accident. If you're ever listening to this in the future, regardless of what I tell you.
It was planned. It was.
No, I feel you. No, that's a cool range.
Yeah, it is.
There's like a weird thing about like having kids where you're just like, there's, at least for me, when I felt like before we had the kid and she was still being percolated, I was like, damn, my life's gonna be fucking over. And then it was for a bit, and then it just kind of changed, and now it's like the best thing ever, but I can still do the things that I want to do. It's just like I can't do them.
Now that change part, was that a change in what you found to be fulfilling?
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah, like I sent my wife a message this morning. Like my daughter's 3, and she was like, she thought it was hilarious that she moved she has like a little potty that goes on top of the adult toilet, and she thought it was hilarious that she took it off of that and put it on the bath, like the wall of the bath where you climb over to get in. She was like, I put the potty on the bath. And she was laughing, and I was laughing because she was laughing, and she thought it was funny. And I was like, "Oh, this is funny." And I sent my wife a message this morning as I went to go get in the shower. I had to move the potty out of the way and put it back on the toilet. And I was like, "Man, if you would have told me 4 years ago that like doing a simple task like that, just reaching down, grabbing the potty off of the bath and moving it, brought me joy." I was like, "I love this." I thought this I had this I love this life thought. I would have been like, "You're full of shit, you fucking weirdo! Like, get out of here! You know, like,
Go touch grass, shoot a gun."
Yeah. Go shoot fucking guns.
No, I love I love the evidence of little kids. When you're like walking around, and it's like all the little signs of their fucking meddlesome passing.
Yeah, you don't have little evidence of kids though. You have a fucking crime scene.
Yeah, it's like a fucking hurricane hit the house sometimes.
3 kids is way different.
Yeah,
Dude,
Jeez.
Andrew will like casually send us a picture of his kid playing in the house. I'd be like, is that an outdoor wagon in your living room? Like, is that a wheelbarrow?
or like
they gotta live, they gotta play.
In the background, you'll see it's like whatever the kid is doing, but then in the background, it's like a completely destroyed living room with like pillows and blankets on the floor and like a furniture knocked over. Yeah,
it looks like a fun place. That that's at a bare minimum, that's like those kids are definitely not bored.
No,
my wife and I are. We definitely. Well, it's just way different with one, because like I feel like if I had 3 that wanted to play, it would be
also so yes, I have 3, but also 2 of them are particularly wild. I've been around other kids. I've taken care of other people's kids. The way that my kids are is not like normal.
I will tell you that, at least in my experience, my cousin has 2 boys similar in age. Yeah. They're very similarly. I'm not saying that you're not right. No. You know your kids better than I do.
I'm sure there's other kids
2
out there.
2 boys is a hell of a dynamic. Yeah. 2 boys together is a hell of a dynamic. And then you've got your sweet daughter who's hopefully going to level them out as she gets older.
No, dude, she's built like a brick shit house.
She's going to get corrupted
into a fucking. She doesn't. They don't need to corrupt her. Like, she's doing it by herself. She's like so busy all the time now that she's like walking, and she's always like getting into shit, and her brain's exploding. And I'm like, God, this is trouble.
Jose, if Andrew lets me, I've got to send you a picture of her. She's the sweet. She's the cute. She's the most baby-looking baby.
Oh yeah.
She looks like she's going to do my taxes next year. Like. She's the sweetest looking baby. Anyway, digress. I love. She's got the cute like puffy cheeks like and the God. Anyway, yeah. Who the fuck am I? Why am I talking? Why do I talk like this? Never would have thought. Man. Anyway. So yeah, kids are they take the place of ammo in a lot of
cases.
They're
not on my plate. Yeah. See, that's the whole reason why I'm still able to post all these crazy videos and shoot as much as I do, is because I have nothing but me to spend my money on.
It's the way to
be.
The
saddest I've ever heard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Great.
Yeah, but that's cool though. No, it's fine.
Bro, that's so cool. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you, man. That's so great, bro. I'm so happy for you.
No, but it is.
I'm fucking happy for you, man.
We need it. I need it. I need to see it. I need to see somebody living that life.
Maybe that's why your videos bring
vicarious living.
Yeah, right. That's got to be it. Is like
maybe that's why your videos bring me such joy.
I think, not that my wife would not be into me wearing Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots, but I think that if I made an Instagram account centered around that, she'd probably be like, do the fucking dishes, like you have other things to be doing. And so like, I can see somebody just living that life and just comfortably being in that. And I'm like, it's possible. It's out there. Like,
it's possible.
Dudes have done it, and it can be done.
You know what it is?
Hilarious.
I think when your kids get to the age where you can do adult things with them, it's going to be much easier if you bring your kids, your 2 sons, because they're the older ones. Like, if you get to the point where like they're old enough to be responsible with a gun, you can bring them to the range. If you all walk out in Daisy Dukes, it's going to be real hard for her to say no. Because that's a core memory right there.
Now, some of my buddies, their kids now are old enough to shoot with them, and I'm seeing that whole turnaround. They just had to spend 7 years of hell before they could have fun again. And now they're doing it.
I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
Yes, but it's like different fun.
Yeah,
it's a different kind of fun. Yeah. I heard this phrase recently from my buddy who rock climbs and stuff. He calls it type 2 fun.
Yeah,
where it's the kind of fun that's like it's not fun. It doesn't seem fun from the outside, but it's fun from the inside.
It's 3 types of fun.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
3 types of fun, usually used with reference to outdoor activities, but it's 3 types of fun. It's fun now, fun to talk about later. Not fun now, still fun to talk about later. Not fun now, and traumatic to relive. That's type 3 fun.
So type 3 fun is not fun.
Type 3 fun is not fun now, and is not fun to remember later.
So why is it called type 3 fun?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like irony. It's like a joke.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, because it's like these are like things that people do on purpose, like climbing a mountain and like shit goes south. Like that's type 3 fun.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely goes back and forth between type 1 and type 2.
Yes,
but
yeah,
has not been type 3 yet. Yeah, but
I've had some type 3 fun.
Well, actually, I launched my daughter headfirst into the windowsill by accident.
Yeah, that's type 3.
I told you that. We were playing on a blanket, and she I won't blame this on her, but she switched it up on me. I was playing to like the transitions that she was doing over this blanket, and I was tripping her with the blanket, and she decided to sit on it instead of walk over it like she had been doing without telling me, because she's inconsiderate. And I went to do the tripping motion.
Think about it,
Yeah, she just didn't think. Like she just like I don't know what's wrong with her. It's like she's never done this before or something. And I went to go trip her. And I literally just launched her head first into the windowsill. It was like I could not have done it worse intentionally.
And then it's like at that moment your wife comes in and is like, "What happened?" And you have to be like,
she heard the dude. She thought I dropped my laptop off the table. Like she heard the thud. It was not good. But anyway,
how did your daughter react?
I mean, she's fine now.
But she screamed bloody murder in the moment.
she reacted appropriately to being launched headfirst into a windowsill. Yep. She had a big knot on her forehead for like 3 days. And yeah, I felt awful. But, I tell her sometimes, because she gets scraped up and she gets cuts sometimes, like when we're playing outside and she falls on the ground or in rocks and stuff. And I said, sometimes when we're having a lot of fun, we can get a little hurt. But that doesn't mean that what we were doing wasn't fun. It just means that we have to do it differently next time. Like that's worked out well for us. Like I think, at least that's how I justify it. We just, hey, let's make a different plan next time.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever you've got these videos where everything looks super fucking smooth. Speaking of like getting hurt and having to do it differently next time, I'm assuming you've never gotten hurt shooting. But like you've got to be super athletic.
Thigh at least once.
No. Yeah, you haven't shot yourself. But like you got to be super fucking athletic to move the way that you do. And I know that you've got. I felt heartbroken when I heard this, when I found this out. I know you've got sneakers underneath the cowboy boots, but when I thought you were running the range in cowboy boots, I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. It's like how religion was born, like years before there was internet. Like people saw something and they didn't believe it, and they were like, well, this is my whole personality now. But like, I fucking, you still got to be crazy fucking athletic to do what you do. And like, have you ever tried something and just like goofed completely, like complete fucked up and realized that you should probably not be doing that?
Definitely. The first year that I did Kalash Bash, I actually wore cowboy boots. And there was a stage where you had to go prone, get up, run to another little like barricade thing and go prone. And it was on a grassy field. And these were like slick bottom leathered boots. And I ate shit, buried the muzzle in the ground, and pretty sure flagged people.
Yeah.
But it was.
And when you get your muzzle full of mud, you got to turn it around and suck the mud out. So, I mean, that's, not real.
It's the only proper way.
Awkward Correct. For everybody. Yeah.
In terms of that, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Been there, dog.
Nothing too bad. Like my buddies have told me about, how you have to clear a Glock and you got to pull the trigger. I've heard of stories like that and holes in bathrooms and, horror stories. But I've been pretty good. I've practiced good gun safety. I will say that most recently, it was within 2-3 weeks, I did have my first ND, AD, I don't know what you would call it. I had a malfunction with the MP5 that I bought, and like a round had got up and in behind the bolt, and I was like racking it and trying to clear it, and then I just locked it back, and I was like putting the pocket knife in there and trying to clear it, and then I finally cleared it, and then I pointed the gun down into the dirt and pulled the trigger, and boom, it went off.
Wow.
And I, in my mind, thought that I'd had a clear gun. So thank the fucking Lord I didn't pull the trigger negligently with it pointed, at my truck.
Well, that's why we don't do that, right?
Something like
That's
that.
why we don't do that. That's why you follow the firearm safety rules.
But you never put a round through your wall or your ceiling at home, right?
I have never done anything like that. Like shooting it into the ground when I thought that the gun was empty and it went off was as far as it's gotten to scary,
honestly, though, dude,
negligence.
that's a win because if you're following the rules, then you do everything right, and then nobody gets hurt. That's why you follow the rules. So that's a great lesson right there as to why we do that kind of stuff. You did everything right, up until that point. Like you still did. That's the thing, though. Like
you have to break all.
You don't know.
Well, I didn't check the chamber. What I did not do was visually check the chamber.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good thing.
Now I'm like hyper vigilant on that.
Yeah.
But
from the back.
it was good to know that I had instilled. Yeah. No. Like, I'm being serious.
I was like, why would you visually inspect the chamber?
The chamber, not the muzzle, you dingus.
Yeah, I realized that after I said it.
So now I'm hyper vigilant about checking the chamber, and even more so about when I know that I'm doing a dry fire, discharge of the trigger.
Yeah. Good call.
Because I think people, especially people that handle guns all the fucking time, can easily become complacent.
Oh, sure. That's one of my favorite words, dude, because people don't realize, unless you talk about it, people don't realize it's happening. Because that's the whole thing with complacency. There's dudes at my work where I know for a fact that when they come into the firehouse, they don't check their air pack. Well, you're supposed to check your air pack and make sure air flows through it, make sure you have enough air in your bottle and stuff like that. I know for a fact some people don't do that.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, the last guy checked it and it was good enough for him, so it's going to be good enough for me. And it's like, dude, would you not, if you were handed a gun, you're handed a gun, you're supposed to make sure it's empty. Like, because of the bad things that can happen. And that's just the perfect example of people that get complacent and they just think it's completely fucking normal. And that's how people get hurt or killed.
Maybe they want to die. Maybe they're like, I would like to suffocate and die on the job, but I don't want anyone to know that I want. So I'm just going to not check my gear. And maybe one day I'll be blessed.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to joke with people
the family
that like,
gets that insurance.
You don't get paid out if you do it yourself. But I checked with my insurance company beforehand. And I was like, if I pull the plug myself, like, does my family still get paid out? And they said, yeah, you just have to wait 3 months. And I said, okay, that's good to know.
Well, so it's like from the day that you do it.
No, from the day you get your policy, you have to wait 3
months
months.
that they
you can't.
So you don't take out a $7 million life
That's
insurance
amazing
policy.
that they told you that.
It was a question. It's a legitimate
but
question.
I mean, they should be clear.
Yeah.
Because I was like, listen, if I get some kind of terminal illness, like I'm not gonna follow it to the end and have my wife take care of me, and like as I'm a vegetable or not able to take care for myself, like I'm not gonna do that. It's selfish.
So you don't have to do like elaborate ruses to off yourself without.
No, I don't have to do like what's it called? What are those machines called where like you pull a string and it does a thing and it goes to another thing and drops a marble on it to a target. Rube Goldberg machine. Yeah. I didn't do it. The machine did it for me after I told it to.
Man, we gotta stop talking about suicide on this show.
Well, I was just
Sorry,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Jose.
I was imagining Futurama suicide box where they're just in lines.
This is the thing though, like I guarantee you there's somebody out there who's listening to this right now and is like, that's not funny. And I'm glad that there are people like that. No, really, like I'm glad that there are people like that out there, because there needs to be like some sort of realism when we talk about this kind of stuff, because mental health is super important. And I know I'm bringing us back down now. I apologize. I know we want to keep making jokes about suicide. It's totally fine because there's plenty to joke about, in my opinion.
Valleys, you know?
Same. But like, I hope people realize that when we joke about this stuff, it's not that we don't take it seriously. It's that we do take it seriously, but normalizing it by joking about it and talking about it helps people break those barriers down.
100%. 100%.
If you've ever struggled with depression, especially like dipping into like suicidal depression, like some of this stuff, once you come back from it, you can look back and laugh about it.
For sure. For
Yes.
sure. Dude, I remember, maybe that one's a little too dark.
Yeah. I felt that pause. I felt that pause in my balls.
Dude, I very rarely have that pause that comes out. But like, oh man. Well, fuck it.
Just save it. Keep it in the vault.
A dude at work, not a coworker, a guy at work jumped off of one of the bridges and like offed himself, floated down the river. We found him like a couple days later, when he floated back up, and the current was super strong, and somebody caught him by a dock, and they were holding on to like his pant leg, and they were struggling. So what one of the lieutenants did was they just took a piece of loose rope, because we weren't supposed to touch him because it was a crime scene technically.
Yeah.
They took a piece of loose like rigging from one of the lines from one of the dock, and they just tied him to the dock cleat so he wouldn't go anywhere. Like,
oh god.
And
because you can't pull him out because the police need to be there for you to pull him out.
No, and I just remember thinking like, wow, that's grotesque. But then like later we just it sounded, as we were saying it sounded way funnier.
Yeah,
because
right.
it's like in a macabre way. Like, oh, yeah, you just tied him off to the boat cleat so like he didn't float away down the river.
That's like horrible, but that's also like now that's your trauma, and so like that's like your thing to like deal with as you see fit, and like sometimes joking about it is okay, and that's how you process it.
I get it. Like I get people who don't find this stuff funny, but it's the same way. Like I grew up Jewish, and I find tasteful Jew jokes hilarious. Like. It's one thing if somebody's like, oh, why do all Jews suck? It's because they're Jews. I'd be like, okay, guy, like, come on. If you just wanted to be an anti-Semite, then you could have told me that beforehand. But like, some Jew jokes are funny. Like they're fucking. I wouldn't tell them to my, Holocaust surviving grandmother, but she also thought some were funny too.
Yeah.
Like,
there's the GM at my restaurant is Jewish, and he and I just love going back with the comedy, and I respect that so much.
Oh yeah,
of
I'm
him.
sure. You work in a restaurant, you got to have thick skin.
Well, and I think also too,
100%.
it's like who's the joke on, right? Where like,
Yes.
it's like, is the joke on?
Yeah, I'm not trying
on
to
Jewish people for being Jewish, or is the joke on people for having misconceptions about Jews, or like what is the target of the joke?
There's layers to the comedy for
It's
sure.
all nuanced, because I think you can make a joke about a people
Right.
more appropriately if you are represented by that person, like
Right.
in the room, and they're okay with it. Like most Jew jokes make fun of Jews because they're Jewish, and like some kind of like stereotype. They're funny because like everyone in the room knows that there's a sliver of truth to the joke.
Right.
Like there's like, oh man, what is like my favorite classy like Jewish joke. It's like a Holocaust. This is the one I told my grandma. Holocaust survivor goes and dies, and he goes to heaven, and when he gets to the pearly gates, he meets God for the first time, and God says, welcome to heaven. And the guy's response is to tell him a Holocaust joke, and God says, I really don't find that funny. And the Jewish guy says, well, I guess you had to be there.
Yeah. Right.
It's like a multi-layered Jewish joke, and that's not punching down at all, but it's like joking.
No,
It's making humor out
That's
of
just
something
comedy.
that's awful.
Yeah.
with
And-
the content being Jewish.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, like,
Jew-based.
like
And
I've
that's-
had people say, why did Jews have big noses? Well, because air is free. And like, okay, that wouldn't be funny at all if people didn't know a cheap Jewish person.
Yeah.
There are cheap people who are not Jewish, but they're not part of the stereotype. And like, I get it. Like,
Correct.
I get it.
Now
know?
we got to stop hating on people that are trying to be funny.
If, like-
that is a horrible thing as a society to do.
I agree, man. And like, comedy is subjective. And I know Bill Burr is constantly in hot water for the things that he says, but like, if you know Bill Burr, he's a good fucking dude who actually believes in Like he's got solid morals that center around equality and, you know, like anti-racist shit and unions and stuff like that. Like he's a solid fucking dude.
And again, like I've never heard a Bill Burr joke be like truly cruel or mean-spirited. You know? Like I've never heard a Bill Burr joke that was like just like, look at this person suffering, isn't that funny? It's always like, you know, a little bit on him, a little bit on his target, a little bit on, you know, it's just, you know, it's
the culture or whatever. Yeah. Like his stuff about guns is funny. Like
oh my God.
he says things like he'll joke about guns and then he'll be like, well, yeah, and you know, you don't need any more than 6. Everyone should have 6 rounds because if you can't hit what you need in 6 rounds, then what the fuck are you having a gun for? And like, you know, every gun owner rolls their eyes because they're like,
he's not a fucking tactical instructor. He's making
no, exactly. You know? And he's still coming at it from like a perspective. I guarantee you there's people out there who own guns who heard that joke and they were like, oh, he's an anti-gunner. I'm done listening to him.
Yeah.
And without realizing
but then in one of his specials, he also makes a joke about how he wants a shotgun because he can blow away 12 people at a time with it. Like, you know, so it's like, like, you know, these are not like,
or he says like liberals need guns because like you need all it's going to take is for some like liberal soy boy to do a drive-by at a Klan rally for them to disappear or whatever. And I'm like, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also a bit aspirational. Like, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice if we could drive by at the local Klan rally today? I'm going to make that a fucking song. That's a bop. Jose, you said you're in a restaurant and I see videos of you on your Instagram making pizza. Are you in a pizza restaurant? Do you work in a pizza restaurant?
No. I work at a restaurant that's mainly a bakery. They're the sister restaurant to 2 other restaurants in town, Odd Duck and Barley Swine.
Hey!
Great spots. Yeah. They also provide a bunch of baked goods to like local coffee shops and shit around town. So like the idea originally was a bakery, but they also have a kitchen and a huge like patio, outdoor seating, picnic table area. So we're doing awesome food in there. We've got a smoker. We're doing smoked chickens and briskets, and we're making sandwiches with the bread in-house, and we're doing the mayonnaise from scratch, and it's all farm to table, like farm eggs. It's like good stuff. And then the owner and chef of the whole group also kind of stepped away and is doing farming, and so now he's providing produce to the 3 restaurants.
That's like up my fucking alley, bro.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's very cool.
Now we gotta
get a little ranch. But yeah, the restaurant life is a lot of fun. But we do a family meal once a week. Everybody is required to cook for the staff, and we make lunch for everybody.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I like to team up with the bakery, have them make some dough the night before, and then we'll together toss pizzas. It's cool to partner up with other people. Like this is a commonplace in restaurants where you'll make family meal. And like at another restaurant that I worked at, I would team up with the sushi guys that were all of some type of Asian descent, and I would always learn something wild of their cuisine. And it was cool to learn, you know, to cook with another person and be like, so what do you know? What did you grow up eating, or what the fuck ever, you know? So that's always fun. So that's why I'm doing pizza a lot. Okay. And pizza's good, and it's an easy thing to cook.
Kids love pizza.
Cheap too. Yeah.
Dude, what's your take on the idea that the Northeast, specifically Connecticut, has the best pizza in the country?
Bro, I couldn't even tell you what kind of cut is. Do they do the deep dish? Connecticut?
No, they do. We do thin crust. Know. We're famous for like thin crust brick oven pizza.
I like that. That's some of my. Is it like the crispy crust or the floppy thin crust?
That's
depending on where you go,
style, I think.
It's crispy, like it's char. There's a char to it, but it's very thin. So I'm an outlier. I like Greek style pizza, or like
Never heard of that.
Like it's slightly thicker crust.
Okay.
It's a slightly thicker crust. It's like you can fold it. Like if you pick up a piece, you can fold it in half, and it holds itself up.
Okay.
Whereas like if you take a piece of, sorry, I just thought there was a fire in my basement. That was weird.
Oh my god.
If you take a piece of brick oven pizza from like a lot of the places that they say are really good, like bar or Pepe's and you fold it, the end half, like the pointy half, still flops down.
Wait,
and I'm not a big fan of that because the cheese falls off of it.
Is Connecticut the place where they put the clams on the pizza?
You can get clams on pizza in Connecticut, yes.
That shit looked good. I saw that on David Chang's show where they put it's like the white pie with clams on it, and everyone was like, "That's not fucking pizza. That's not pizza, you fucking scumbag." And he's like,
I think Pepe's was the first one to do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and the dude's just over here like, literally, I'm rich from this pizza, so fuck yourselves. Like, I'm like, this pizza built my life, so fuck you.
Yeah.
In terms of anywhere's pizza being the best is always best for you.
It's Papa John's.
And
what a diplomatic
I've heard is that pizza in New York, because of the mineral content in the water, is the best. And so there's a place in Austin that ships water from New York to make their pizza.
There are
dough.
a bunch of places that
so
do this.
For that standard, I would disagree with you that Connecticut, unless they're shipping their fucking water in, maybe.
Until you ship your water, New
pizza?
York has the best pizza, hands down. We can't keep water in the state.
We're gonna fucking drought and we're sending our water to fucking Austin.
So they can make the best pizza. That's fucking awesome. That was totally unnecessary.
But no, for the diplomatic answer, that's for real though. Like, people always say, "No, the way that my grandmother made it is the best," and blah 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 blah. It's almost never done technically correct. You know, like the way that the French have defined what is correct for food. What that person's grandmother's is not. But it's their best and their favorite. Yeah. So I'm over, trying to say who has the best thing. Eat what you like.
That's
gastronomic hedonism.
Yeah. Piece of advice for the masses there, and you can take that however you want. Eat whatever you like. Eat what works best for you.
Yeah. Just don't talk about that in Italy, because they got like a whole fucking government organization about like purity of pizza.
Isn't pizza like not
same
even
thing?
Italian,
Germans
though?
and the beer.
Isn't pizza?
I think that's noodles. Noodles are Chinese. Noodles are Italian.
I thought I heard somewhere that pizza didn't originate in Italy.
Don't know about that.
Okay, I'll
tell you I can make a pizza, but I don't know about
pizza.
But,
I mean, does it matter now? I mean, I don't know.
No, Andrew. Nothing fucking matters now.
It's a cool
okay?
fact.
None of this
We're on a dying
matters.
planet.
None of this
We're on a
matters.
fucking dying planet in the death throes of our fucking empire. And
Where
nothing
did the
fucking
pizza
matters.
come from?
Doesn't matter where pizza came
Who
from.
made the pizza? Who put tomatoes on bread with cheese?
It doesn't matter if you fucking wipe your ass in the morning. Why does it matter where pizza
That
came
fucking
from?
matters. Shut up.
Yes, it does. You know what I heard, bro? You know what I heard that made me crack up? It was it was this quote. It said, "It only takes one wipe to know if it's going to take 27, but 2 to know if you didn't need any."
Yeah. That's true. That's 100% accurate.
My favorite quote is, "I wipe and wipe 100 times, still poop."
Yes. I
beautiful.
saw that. Where was
Parks
that?
and Rec, dude. That's Andy Dwyer.
Yes.
That's definitely Andy. Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to the
Still
doctor
poop.
for the first time in his life, and he's just like describing all of his health problems.
Oh, that's not like a poem he wrote?
No, that's
'Cause it
just
sounds
something.
like
That's just
poetry.
something he said to the doctor. Still poop. Still poop.
Andy Dwyer is
Still poop.
great.
Oh my god. All right, so we've got the pizza question down. Glad to know where you stand on that. You'll be like a Switzerland in the pizza wars. I assume when it comes time to that. If you're ever up in Connecticut, I tend to agree with you though, because of the preferences that I have for pizza. I've had pizza all over the country, and I've had shitty pizza all over the country. I've had good pizza, not all over the country, but I've had pizza that I could say is decent enough. Like, my wife and I went to Florida.
Andrew
on our
was right
honeymoon.
with Papa John's.
Papa John's, dude, I say the same thing about Domino's. You know what you're gonna get, and it's the
Domino's
same
is
thing
good.
every time. I've in a pinch, if you don't know the pizza level, like anywhere you are, order Domino's, you know what you're gonna get.
I'm gonna be real. My actual favorite pizza is like a classic Neapolitan style, just like the
Where? From where?
I mean, from anywhere I can get it, but like locally, the best I've had is from Dough in San
What's it
Antonio. That's a place called Dough in San Antonio. But any
Dough?
place that's like, yeah. It's like the 90-second and the like super hot oven, unlike the old school ways, like just like the, like a little, the sauce and like the fresh mozzarella on there and like, not a bunch of crazy shit, but I mean, I do like it when they get like avant-garde with it. I don't give a shit. I'm not like a slave to tradition. It's just like, that just happens to be the kind of pizza that I like.
You know what I think is my favorite pizza? Mashed potato bacon pizza.
What the fuck? I don't know. I want that. I've never
had that, but sounds
Wait,
good.
Is that they don't have that down where you guys are?
That's not a thing.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Mashed potato bacon pizza.
Oh my god, bro! Imagine this. So depending on where you go, they do it differently. It's a white pie. Sometimes you'll get like clumps of mashed potatoes. Sometimes they will do like a base of mashed potatoes
like
under
a
the
spread.
fucking cheese.
Yeah. Oh,
under the
God.
cheese, dude. And then it's got.
I mean, that sounds fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, it's insane. And then you add chives, bacon,
Yes. I'm with you.
mashed potatoes, and I think that's it. Sometimes you'll get like a
What kind of cheese is it? Mozzarella?
yes, and sometimes you'll get like a glaze over it, like of some sort of like you can really do whatever you want because it's a fucking mashed potato bacon pizza, but it's so fucking good. It's like a loaded baked potato. That's what it tastes like.
This is one of my favorite things to do for pizza. You garlic ferment honey.
Yeah.
You get fresh
Hell
honey.
yeah, dog.
What?
You get fresh garlic. You put it into a little what's it called? Mason jar, and you burp it every like week or couple of days or whatever, and it becomes runnier and it's liquid gold. Just drizzle that over pepperoni pizza from anywhere or any pizza or put it on
What?
anything. It's so good.
I don't even know what that would taste like, but I feel like it would be amazing.
It's like more pungent.
Yeah.
Honey.
It's like still sweet, but not as sweet. And also it's got like funk to it.
Garlic.
Yeah.
And you can't
That's
get
awesome.
There's something about the honey that makes it less likely to develop like botulism, right? Like, because most of the time you put garlic in an anaerobic environment,
Garlic.
it'll like almost always get like botulism.
Correct.
But like not with honey for some reason.
Interesting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, don't eat it if it doesn't bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is that a way to tell?
Well, it's alive if it's bubbling.
Yeah.
Oh, you want it to be alive?
Well, so there's stuff that grows in the
Correct.
honey that like it competes for space with other stuff that would otherwise be toxic. Is the way it was explained to me.
Okay.
It's
So
the same
if
reason,
it's
I'm not too certain about
like when
that.
you do like a salt, when you're doing a lacto ferment, you're putting a bunch of salt in the water,
Correct.
So that the lacto,
So shit can't grow in it.
so lacto can grow in the saltwater environment, but other stuff can't. And then the lacto, or it can't, or it's not as easy. So the lacto overgrows and pushes out the other stuff that would produce toxins.
interesting.
But if you put like garlic in,
Fermentation's crazy.
but if you would like put like garlic in oil, which has no oxygen in it, it will grow botulism really quickly because botulism it thrives in an airless environment. It doesn't if there's no
Interesting.
oxygen.
All right. Well, I'll leave this to you guys, and you can make me the honey garlic.
Oh yeah, right.
So I don't die.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is the if you try this stuff and you get sick, this was not legal advice. So like, please don't come.
No.
Please don't like go to court and be like a better way to got me sick. Look it up yourself. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm pretty sure there would be some sort of like thing where the judge would ask you, so you took cooking advice from a gun podcast that isn't even really a gun podcast?
I mean,
What
you
were
would
they
say-
talking about?
You would say well,
Oh,
they talk about a lot
dude.
of stuff. Okay, like it's pretty wide ranging.
Yeah, they talk about. I mean, I don't want to like pigeonhole them into a gun podcast, because they're more than that. But like, they're not really good at it. But they're good at it, But you just gotta listen.
This is something that has pissed me off for so long. There are people that are big on YouTube and whatnot, and they'll do gun content and catch and cook content, and their cooking is so fucked up. It drives me crazy. I want to I don't know, set up some kind of idea where like these people have a real chef cook
Yeah.
their food, and I feel like
know
that
how
would be
it's supposed
highly
to
entertaining.
taste?
But maybe it's more, or just like done correctly. But maybe it'd be more entertaining just to watch them bastardize that food. I don't know if it would actually be entertaining
Well,
to
and
see.
sometimes it's like-
someone like myself come on and cook.
Yeah, just like show up the fucking what is it, the Outdoor Boys, rest in peace, and just like he's been in the wilderness for like 3 days and like completely cut off from civilization. And his like kid is like surviving in his in the sleeping bag or whatever, and he's like trying to like cook something up, and just here comes gastronomic hedonist like, hey guys, I'm here to cook your dinner tonight. Day 3 dinner.
No, even funnier, I just Gordon Ramsay them and yell while they're cooking and shit.
Yes, yes.
They're like, you can't keep acidic things in plastic, you fucking ape.
You
Yes.
fucking muppet.
Yes, that's what I'm doing when I'm watching them on YouTube. I'm just screaming at the TV like, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. This is the best thing you've made.
I was talking to
that's
I was
so
talking
bad.
to a friend. You're gonna like this. I was talking to a friend about he wants to start a podcast where he and his wife like review like rage bait and like engagement bait. And he was like, so what he was describing something that like pissed him off that like inspired him, and he's like, have you seen this shit? Like, what kind of shit have you seen? And I was talking about recipe videos that are like, hey, look at this delicious recipe, and then it's clear that they're improvising the whole time, and the food is disgusting, and it's wrong, and it's like not even like edible, and it's just fucking slop, and it's like 15 minutes. And the whole time you're just like, for some reason you watch the whole thing and you're like, no. And
That's why I watch these dudes. That's why I watch them.
and then you go to the comments and it's like thousands of comments of people that are just like, this ruined my day.
No, what still kills me is that the comments, they're like, oh, that looks good. I'm going to go home and try that now. Can't wait to eat this. Looks delicious.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
I have never heard of this before.
It's like specifically designed.
I think it's a specific thing to me.
Yeah. Well, because it'll show up in your algorithm if you're into like food and recipes,
cooks.
but it's clearly designed. If you put any thought into it, they did it on purpose to piss you off so that you comment and they could sell you ads.
Yes.
They could sell ads or sell your information to ad companies and blah, 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 blah.
Gotcha.
So,
Makes
like,
sense. That
and I
makes way
fall
more
for it
sense.
every fucking time. I watch the whole thing and I'm pissed. And I'll like fucking downvote. Fuck you.
I know. Well, we can't help that's why they do it. You can't help it.
Yep.
Yep. Dude, I have one more thing I want to talk to you about because it's something that's been super interesting to me. You fucking, just another one of the things that you just happen to be good at because of no practice whatsoever and no time spent doing it. But you rip on a fucking e-bike, dude, and I see these things popping up all over the place. Where'd you get started with that? Did you do like BMX before this, or dirt bikes?
No, I didn't ever do BMX. I've always rode motorcycles, but like a bitch. I kept all wheels on the ground, and when I was trying to wheelie, it probably went like a couple inches, and I was super stoked, and I was always too afraid to try. But I'd always had an affinity towards motorcycles. But I think a year or so ago, my motorcycle got stolen from my apartment.
Oh no!
And I recovered it. The police contacted me and were like, hey, we found your bike. And they had like ripped it up, just fucked up a whole bunch of cosmetic things. And I don't even know if it was running anymore, but I was pretty upset about it. And I went and parked it back in the same spot that it was at my apartment. And I made a sign out of one of the shooting targets. And I said, fuck you, thief. And I put it down there.
Damn.
And
Sick.
my apartment complex took that down, or somebody took it down the next day. And then like a month later, the bike got stolen again. And I basically gave up. I was like, dude, I'm done trying to keep this bike and have a motorcycle, because it's pretty common it's a bad problem in Austin that motorcycles are getting stolen. So like you say, I see all these e-bikes popping up. I'll find out how much they weigh. I live on the second floor in an apartment. I can carry that up the stairs. I'm buying one of those. So I bought one and I keep it in my apartment, and it doesn't get stolen now.
Oh, yeah.
And I can enjoy riding two wheels.
How much
and
does it
even
actually
cooler,
weigh?
it's silent.
Yes.
Oh, like 170 pounds, but you take out the battery and it's like just over 100 or like 120. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not light, but I do it. But yeah,
Better than getting a
it's
new one
incredible
every month.
because they're silent. Yes. And I can drive on the sidewalk.
Nice.
I can drive in the bike lane.
can
I can
sneak up on
drive
the
in the
ops,
street, and they sneak up on the ops. I was cruising around in the middle of the night around Town Lake with my night vision. I'm a little fucking PVS 14, just like 12 o'clock at night, seeing all the raccoons and stuff around the lake. And,
22.
dude, it's No, I definitely wasn't doing
no. No, I wouldn't.
that. Yeah, but
Not me.
yeah, the e-bikes are incredible.
Do you
And
get like?
there's a cool community. Do I get what?
No, I was gonna say, do you get like? Because I know you've done. You got some videos of you doing stuff in like bike trails. Do you get shit on by like bicyclists ever?
Oh yeah, the easiest way to deal with them is to tell them to have a nice day and then roost your tail really fucking hard out of there. I just pretend that I can't hear them, and then I'll look them dead in the eye and be like, "You have a wonderful day," and then I fucking take off.
It's so wild to me that like, dude, everybody fucking hates cyclists, and they do everything in their power to continue to make more people fucking hate them. And I don't know what it is, because I know people who ride bikes who don't suck. Like they road bike, they do whatever that. Like I have a friend of mine who's really good at. I don't know if she's really good, but she does it a lot. Of like the off-road bike racing. Like I know a bunch of people who ride bikes that aren't just insufferable fucking twats. And then I know so many more people who are. So many examples. Like I'll go out of my way to, if I see a video on Instagram of like somebody getting fucking attacked by a shark or like a wicked car crash where there's obvious fatalities, I'll just comment cyclist's fault on that.
Yes.
just to keep it going, like just so the algorithm knows that I fucking hate cyclists, which I don't, but I hate the cyclist, the persona. It's like we're talking about stereotypes. There's stereotypes. Most stereotypes, there's a sliver of truth there. Well, for cyclists, it's a giant fucking outline of truth, and you'd think like they'd just see more people enjoying their parks and stuff like that, and they'd be like, sweet.
No.
But no.
They don't want joy. There's a particular place that I ride that is mountain bikes only. And I went and rode with one of my buddies on a mountain bike, like in the early days of my e-bike career. And I couldn't keep up with them. I sucked. I was terrible, you know? And I joined the Facebook group and was like, yo, this is really cool. Just got an e-bike, trying to figure out where to ride. And people were dicks and shit. And I like tried to explain myself. I was like, yo, I suck. Like I'm not breaking the dirt, you know, like I'm not even good enough to keep up with my buddy on a regular mountain bike. How would I not be allowed? And everybody was just such shits. So then I would post videos of me riding saying like, whoa, I love this place. This is where I belong, you know, just to throw it in their faces because they were such assholes. Like I tried to be so nice. Yeah.
I just feel like I can't relate because
they're insufferable.
Nobody rides bikes here, you know. I mean, I don't know. The people ride bikes around the neighborhood, right? You know, but I don't, you know, I never see. I mean, I'm in San Antonio. I never see people like riding bikes to work.
Yeah, different. That's hill country.
Yeah.
Longer commutes.
Yeah. I'm sure if I lived downtown, I'd have more exposure, but I just don't have that level of hatred for cyclists because I just don't run it. I don't run in. I mean, I literally don't run into them, you know, fucking hopefully, but, you know, but I don't
I've never hit a cyclist, but there's been plenty of times where it would be justified.
Do you mean like justified legally or like if you went in front of a jury, they would understand?
Yeah. If I went in front of a jury, they would sympathize.
Yeah. They would
Like
they would nullify.
I may or may not.
I'm pretty sure even if you hit a cyclist who's not in the bike lane, you're at fault because you have the duty. You're more I don't know, at least like nautical rules, you're more maneuverable than they are. So like you have the duty to move around them. I don't know how it is with the street. Just I avoid cyclists. I don't actually try to hit them, believe it or not. But there's been multiple times. Where, like,
I don't know what the deal is. No.
Dude, there will be a literal bike path and they'll be in the middle of the road. I'm like, okay, this is one of those times where like I might get convicted, but everyone would agree with me.
I may or may not have hit a fellow student on a bike when I was in high school.
I
May or may not.
My bike.
He's listening to this
With my
podcast right
vehicle.
now, and he's like, "You fucking did it! I knew it."
Drove away, hit the car in a ditch. Yeah, I knew it was gastronomic hedonist, as he was known.
Dude, that's
at the
two
time.
times you've said. That's twice you've said his Instagram name
Nailed it.
perfectly.
Yeah,
Gastronomic hedonist. I said it now, but I couldn't say it the first time I
Nailed
said
it.
it. When
I couldn't read it for some reason. I'm not dyslexic, but I couldn't fucking read it. Like, I don't
that's
know.
what I was telling him. I was trying to read it like phonetically, and I was like gastronomo. Yeah, like.
I don't think many letters or many words end on C like that.
Oh yes.
And then
I
people
thought
see
it
the
was like
CH.
gastronomic orthodontist at one point. Like Now I see gastronomic hedonist. Whenever but I was like gastronomic gastronomichedonist.
I hear the no Mitch so much.
I literally
was
have
like-
said out loud to people gastronomichedonist. Like I put an extra T in there for some reason.
I always put the extra T. It's so funny, dude. But you got to keep it now because it's like, don't even change it because it's this is part of the lore.
Part of the attraction, yep.
Yeah. Well, dude, this was fucking great. I knew we were gonna have a solid episode just from our interactions and who you are as a person. I'm glad we finally figured out how to get you on with working around
Oh
technical
yeah.
problems.
Sorry
and
for all the
that
run
stuff.
around and
No, that's all good.
me being late and
I've
dummy.
never seen somebody, the last time we tried doing this, where like your screen was like lime green and black. It was
Well,
like
because you were out in the middle of nowhere. You were like at the shooting range or something.
It's like you were
I
doing
was trying to use the Wi-Fi from the shooting range in the parking lot.
Bro,
Like,
it's
what a
like you
fucking
were on like
idiot.
the 1999 Jurassic satellite
Megabits per
phone.
second. Like just because it's Wi-Fi doesn't mean the internet's good.
It's
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
well, I went and bought a laptop, so I'm finally in the 21st century.
awesome,
That's cool,
awesome.
man. That's cool.
You didn't do that for this, right?
100%. No, I was making a joke with my buddy at work. I was like, dude, I feel so jealous of the people that like go to coffee shops and just like are on their laptops. They look like they're important
Yeah.
and doing shit. And I told him I'm gonna be that person.
They're just
one
on
day.
Reddit.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
literally
no,
doing
I went and
bullshit.
did it the other day, and all I did was online shop. Like, I can't do any work on my computer. I work with my fucking hands.
Yeah. Exactly. Can't make dough on my computer.
I'm gonna toss pizza dough in a fucking laptop.
Try it. Try it sometime.
Yeah, exactly.
Next upload.
Well, dude, if you had a piece of advice for people, what would that piece of advice be?
Just anything. Quality of life, fucking philosophy.
Ooh,
anything.
dude.
Guns.
It's hedonism. 100%. Care about yourself. Take care of you. Fucking, you're the only thing that matters.
Pursue your passions.
You can't control. Yeah. You can't control anybody but you. You're viewing this world through your fucking head. Just do things that make you happy.
That's crazy, man. That's so important. You know, you ever think about how like, you know, you're relying on your senses, but it's just an interpretation done by like a layer of your brain, and you can't really trust that what you're seeing is what's actually happening, or that there's not things that you can't see happening, or like what the fuck is going on. You know, it's just like light turns into electrical impulses in your brain. So like fucking eat an extra bowl of cereal. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And like we were joking about suicide earlier, I've experienced a lot of loss. So I'm so based on just having fun now.
Hell yeah.
Because tomorrow's not guaranteed. Got to have fun now.
True facts, man. Open up that OnlyFans link at work on the work Wi-Fi.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's disrespectful.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, unless your boss is cool. But
Going,
there's
to work,
all, like-
going to work and be like, I got a great piece of advice from a podcast, so I need everybody to get really cool about a whole bunch of stuff really fast.
all right. First of all, how many of you know what ogrish.com is?
Oh no.
I don't.
That's how you split the room in half right there. That was a website back in like the early 2010s or like 2006 that you could just watch like people dying on the internet. It was fucked up. My parents should have not let me on the
I
internet.
remember Consumption Junction. That was the one we were going on in like 2001 maybe. And there was like crazy shit like
I'm
that.
going to give you guys a deep cut. DrewPickles.net.
True Pickles. That rings a bell, but I
I feel
don't know
like
what
I've
that
heard
is.
of that, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's probably gone
And that's
now. but you can
Rugrats'
Google it.
name.
Yeah, it is a Rugrats name.
We'll find out.
Let's Google it for the wait, what? Can I Google this?
Can you Google it? I don't know. It's
Funny Drew why is this coming up? Fur affinity.
who knows?
Is this like a furry thing, dude?
No, it's just a compendium of shock and shock porn videos that we would send people there in college and watch their shocked faces.
All I'm getting is Rugrats.
It's
stuff,
probably
so
gone.
that's
It's
good.
probably gone now, man.
Yeah.
It was
Cool.
a time and place. If you were alive and of college age at that time, or probably in middle school.
Yeah, I've got nothing. That's
Good.
Drew Pickles.
Honestly, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
All
it's
right,
gone.
cool. Yeah, not even on Google. They don't even talk about it anymore. It must have been
Nuked.
pretty bad.
Fucking nuked.
Things can be erased, apparently.
Yep. Yep, the internet's not forever. All right, well, Jose, thank you so much for coming on, man. This was a lot of fun. This episode's going to come out on Friday because we have 0 episodes in the shoot right now.
Oops.
So, yeah.
Sweet.
Oopsie daisy. Yeah, so Matthew, our editor, I made sure
God bless him.
to fly him out here, and he's actually locked in the corner of my basement right now behind the oil tank. He's going to work on this for the next 2 days to get it ready for Thursday.
Fuck yeah.
So I can post it. So, no, dude, you'll get fed when you're done. All right.
Stop it.
he's
You got to give
getting
him water.
ornery.
Keep
You have
it
to give him
down.
water.
You don't. He's right next to the oil tank. Wet your lips.
I appreciate you guys for having me on. Thank y'all so much. It's definitely a
Jose,
pleasure.
thank you so much, man. Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming. It was fun.